Happy Friday, everyone, and thanks for checking into WeatherBug. I'm meteorologist Todd Nelson with a look at your national coast-to-coast forecast. We're, of course, keeping an eye on our first hurricane of the 2015 Atlantic hurricane season, that being Danny. And that was as of yesterday. The National Hurricane Center started issuing advisories on that. Talk about Danny, we'll talk about the severe threat and big temperature swings on either side of storm systems that are developing across parts of the nation. But this was the view over the central Atlantic of Danny earlier this morning. And you can see a fairly small eye compared to what we've been showing you with the very large typhoons in the West Pacific, that being Goni and Atsani. But again, this storm system is expected to be tracking west over the next several days, and we have some higher level wind shear and less favorable wind conditions in the Caribbean. So as you notice here, maybe dropping down into tropical storm strength by the late weekend, early next week time frame. But we'll keep you up to date on that. Friday, severe threat in the central and southern plains at a marginal risk here from Kansas into Texas and Oklahoma. And then on Saturday, a pretty vigorous area of low pressure tracking across the international border may give way to some gusty winds and hail and even some locally heavy rain in the upper Mississippi Valley Saturday afternoon and evening. And then that boundary will be setting up from the Great Lakes here and down into the Ohio Valley on Sunday. So kind of tracking that area of low pressure. But in the meantime, post-storm system from earlier this week, it is a little bit nicer here, not quite as hot or humid in the Great Lakes in the Ohio Valley, but there's your thunder threat this afternoon into the evening hours, and then here comes that pretty vigorous area of low pressure out of Canada, and that'll help to destabilize the atmosphere for Saturday afternoon and evening with pockets of heavy rain and severe weather concerns. Unfortunately, not picking up much moisture in the western U.S. where it still is pretty warm. That big bubble of heat, though, is pushing east. So for today along the Front Range, Denver will be at 90, 81 in Minneapolis, but then some cooler weather moves in tomorrow post-front.